What's up, y'all? It's week 1. We're live. Bills, Jets, Sunday. Get fired up. Problem. Some of y'all aren't fired up. What's your problem? Oh, I know. This elephant in the room that's been in the room for however long. Like, that the Bills are tanking. Now, jumping right into this, like, this is... How? How are the Bills tanking? Oh, because they're trading Sammy. Like, the only argument I can see for that is that they're trading they traded Sammy Watkins. And the one argument I would have in response to that is, well, they got a decent amount for him, and it's not like they just... They brought in another receiver that can play, that has experience in the league, in Jordan Matthews, on a separate trade, while they traded with their top corner who doesn't really fit, or maybe doesn't buy in. Like, there's reports out there about that. So, like, why is this a tank? Like, I mean, I've struggled to use the word rebuild, but I think I'm comfortable using the word rebuild, just not in the sense that people are using it. And it's like, oh, it's a rebuild, like we're from the bottom up. No, not really. Like, I still think the Bills' top 22 is pretty good. Depth, a concern, sure. And that's where, like, all your pitchforks are coming out, at least on Twitter, about, like, Jonathan Williams getting cut and Reggie Ragland getting traded, which I'm going to touch on in a second. Just, it's a rebuild because Sean McDermott wasn't here before, so now he's rebuilding it in his image, and Brandon Bede's image. That doesn't mean it's a tank. I don't get the idea of a tank. Like, the Bills cut Jonathan Williams. Is that what tanking teams do? Cut backups? Wouldn't a tanking team get rid of, or find a way to get rid of LaShawn McCoy, who might actually give them wins? Or get rid of Tyrod Taylor, who might actually have a hand in some wins? So they got rid of his number one weapon. There's your argument against that. They took away his thing. The thing that lets him throw deep, and I get that part. I get that part. But you don't, and then you bring in another receiver in a separate trade, and another corner that you think is more fitted to your system, who then grades out in preseason, I know. Watch preseason like it's preseason. But grades out EJ Gaines in preseason to be the best cornerback in the league, just preseason again. And he played a lot against backups and stuff. I get it. But still, you're tanking? You're going to play Tyrod Taylor, LaShawn McCoy, Jordan Matthews, Charles Clay, Marcel Darius, who they probably would try to get rid of, but they can't. Kyle Williams, you're tanking? I don't think this is a tank. I think that, like, tanking teams play the Jonathan Williams, right? That's who they play. They play the young guys who, like, well, maybe he'll be here. Like, no, you don't get rid of him. A tanking team doesn't have running backs all over the age of 28, I don't think. Right? You don't want veterans that know how, like, I don't think you do. Like Mike Tolbert on a 1-year contract? What's the point of having him? If this is a tank. Like, if he can still play. I guess if you're of the mind that Mike Tolbert can't play, then maybe you're, because the Sabres had all these, like, subpar players in there. I know that not everyone is a hockey fan, but that's where this is coming from. The Buffalo obsession with this tanking idea, because the Sabres did it, and now the Bills, for whatever reason, have to do it or are doing it. I'm not with that. Like, we cut Jonathan Williams, and people are freaking out. Like, it's just one big race to who can tweet the freaking tank gif at the Bills account faster. Who can tweet the dumpster fire gif faster? Who can get the most likes on their dumpster fire gif or on their everything is fine dog in the burning house gif? Like, forget it. Like, I'm sick of that dynamic. I use gifs too. They're funny sometimes, but, like, the same joke is being made over and over and over. The things that just don't apply to it. I'm going off on a rant here. I hope you guys are with me, though. I thank all of you guys who watch these videos. all of you who come up to me in public and say that I watch your videos, I'm sorry I don't remember all of your names, but don't hesitate. Come see me, come talk to me. I like to talk about the Bills. Sometimes I might be a little bit busy doing this or that, but like, this is what it's for. Whoever put me on Reddit, I might have said this before, whoever put me on Reddit, thank you so much, because that has really increased my bottom line when it comes to views. I just try to be relatable for you guys. And I'm not the cynical fan, like, tank, let's go, right to the bottom. A tanking team would probably play Nathan Peterman. And I'm not trying to say that I don't take Nathan Peterman seriously, because I do. I don't care that he was drafted in the 5th round. If he's good enough to play, he should play. But I think Tyrod Taylor's a better option. I want to win games this year. Maybe I'm nuts. Maybe I'm crazy. So what if Nathan Peterman's eventually good, and maybe you get another quarterback? And like, God forbid, we have 2 good quarterbacks. Like, is that a problem? I don't get it. There's the obsession with tanking. I gotta have Josh Rosen. I gotta have Sam Darnold or whatever, or Josh Allen or Mason Rudolph. You can say what you want about those guys. Like, I'm not with it. I don't think it. I guess subconsciously it does have something to do with the 17-year drought. I want to be in the playoffs. I just think I think that McDermott and Bean think that they have a shot at winning games this year, and if they don't, they don't. They're set up. They got all these picks. So it's like I said. I've said in previous videos. It's very easy to strip it down, but they're going to take a decent shot at it this year. They have good players. Like, they have question marks in the secondary, but I think they got better at safety. Corey White was playing safety for this team last year. Corey White. We're not better because we have Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer? We might be worse because we have Tre'Davious White and like E.J. Gaines or Sharice Wright instead of Gilmore and Darby. Like, I get that, but like, it's a different scheme, different players. That's what it boils down to, I guess. I don't hate, like, why should you hate Tre'Davious White? Who hates 4-year SEC starters? Like, he should be a good player. I'm pretty confident he's going to be a good player. Maybe, like, and it might take, you're right, it might take a year or two, but that doesn't mean you should tank. You can overdo it. Like, this, I think the Sabres personally overdid it. The Jets, the Bills' opponent on Sunday, they're overdoing it. They are stripping that team bare. To the point where, like, look at the Colts for an example. I've used this in the past too. Like, you draft Andrew Luck, but you're still a 1-15 team. Granted, they came up, went to the AFC Championship one year, but like, I mean, they rode him to that. Like, the Jets could do that. I just think that's too. They're just doing too much. Like, other than Jamal Adams and Leonard Williams, what do they have? They don't have. They're nothing. No offense. Bill should kill this team on Sunday. I just can't figure out, like, again, going back, like Jonathan Williams and Reggie Ragland. Like, the shock value of the Watkins and Darby thing wore off. Like, why is Reggie Ragland? Why is that a thing? He played like 3 defensive snaps in the 3rd preseason game of the year. Of course he got traded. He was going to get cut. Why is that a tank move? He wasn't even going to play. And he doesn't contribute on special teams, so what's the big deal? Maybe that's why Jonathan Williams got cut, doesn't contribute on special teams. Joe Banyard and Tywan Jones can. Granted, like, kind of a dying out facet of the game, which I get. But, like, Jonathan Williams rushed for 46 more yards than Brandon Tate last year. Granted, I know Gillislee was here. But he rushed for 46 more yards than Brandon Tate. 3.5 yards a carry, more lost fumbles than touchdowns scored, 2-1. Like, this is a huge deal. It's weird. I get it. I'm surprised. I was surprised that they cut him. He's young, rookie deal. Why? I don't know. But does it matter in the grand scheme of things? No. No. There's a 1A, 1B system, like a Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman. The LaShawn McCoy to Jonathan Williams is not even close. Not even on the same wavelength. Having Jonathan Williams on this roster, or not on this roster, doesn't matter. Means nothing in terms of wins and losses. I promise you, it doesn't. what if LaShawn McCoy gets hurt? Okay. I mean, I don't think, you're not going to sell me on the point that Jonathan Williams would have just seamlessly fit into that role. No way. He's just not. Or that he would have affected, if LaShawn McCoy gets hurt, it affects the Bills' wins. Does. Win total. Jonathan Williams isn't going to help that. Jonathan Williams being LaShawn McCoy's backup is not going to help that. Kevon Seymour getting traded for a wide receiver who you've never heard of. Other than sports that are not top 10. Ha ha ha. Laugh at the Bills. Not going to matter. It's, again, weird that they give up on him. He was clearly the better player last year, right? Isn't it a little bit more weird that they get rid of Kevon Seymour than Jonathan Williams, who was clearly more impactful as rookie? But still, he was drafted for man-to-man under Rex. Rex drafted him. Rex and Doug Whaley. Not Bean and McDermott. They well, I don't really have a need for this player. He doesn't fit me. He's a good guy. I'm glad great story, Kevon Seymour. Great story. Salute, man. I only talked to him one time, and he was super cool. And I'm glad that Buffalo's a part of his story. But know how many wins? I tweeted this. Know how many wins he's going to affect the Bills this year? 0.0. His absence doesn't matter. All right, I've gone off. I've done it. It took me 11 minutes. What do you guys think? I don't think that anyone's really going to judge them based on the Jets game unless they lose. They're 8.5-point favorites, anywhere from 6.5 to 8.5-point favorites. I can't see them losing. Tyrod is good to go with a concussion. They seem to be pretty healthy overall. Joe Webb is here. That's funny. Joe Webb, the quarterback / kick returner / wide receiver / special team or whatever. Cool. Bean has familiarity with him. The Bills should look easy on Sunday. I'm sorry, not sorry, Jet fans. The Bills are granted. They're probably not winning the Super Bowl. The Jets definitely aren't winning the Super Bowl. But the Bills at home on opening day, returning all 5 offensive linemen, their starting running back, their starting quarterback, most of their starting front 7, basically all of it, except for Ramon Humber and a couple new faces in the secondary. They should pummel the Jets. I don't think they're going to win by 30. I'm gonna pick the Bills to win. I'm gonna go 24-13 over the Jets. Don't freak out if the Jets go down and score a touchdown on their first drive. It could happen. It's just slow it down. How are they just going to score points? It would just be so Bills, right? And Bills Twitter if the Jets on their first drive went down the field and scored a touchdown. It would, oh my God. How many everything is fine GIFs would I have to look at? Well, I'll be at the game, so hopefully none. But jeez. It's just bound to happen because that's how life works, right? I don't care to hear your negativity if the Bills win too. Oh, who cares? You just be the Jets. I personally think I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious right now. I think the Bills can start 3-0. I think they can beat Carolina in I think they should be the Jets. I think they could beat Carolina in Carolina. I'm going, so they're gonna, right? No, but seriously, Carolina fell off last year. They're probably due for a bounce back year. Christian McCaffrey looks like a really nice player, but Sean McDermott knows them well. He went up against Cam Newton in practice every day. Doesn't mean they. I think they can. Okay, they can run with Carolina in Carolina's home opener. I don't know if they'll beat them. I'll decide that next week. I think they can beat Denver at home. Why is Denver good? Trevor Siemian, Shane Ray won't play. They got great cornerbacks, mind you, and Von Miller, who could terrorize the Bills. But they could beat Denver at home. They can. They'll probably get massacred by Atlanta in Atlanta. That's where I'm at. They could be a surprising 3-1, knowing the Bills. They'll be 2-2, right? They're always 2-2. Let me know what you think, guys. It's the start of a new year. It's 2017. Give me your tanking ideas. Hit me up on Twitter. Twitter handle, same as the username for YouTube. Let's go. Like I said, it's 2017. I'm here. I'll see you guys on Sunday. As always, go Bills.